Hey friends, today I have a book called The Little Book of Girls' Fairy Tales. It has 4 stories and today I'm gonna read Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. Once upon a time, there lived a mischievous little girl named Goldilocks. She had beautiful curly blonde hair, as you might have guessed from her name. Now Goldilocks lived near a forest that was thick with trees and beautiful flowers. All sorts of amazing creatures lived there too, like squirrels and rabbits and birds. Goldilocks loved to take long walks in the forest, exploring a different part every time. One day on one of her walks, Goldilocks came across a pretty cottage that she had never seen before. Little did she know that this particular cottage belonged to a family, the 3 bears. There was a very big Papa Bear, a medium-sized Mama Bear, and a very small baby bear. Curious about who lived there, the little girl tapped on the door and waited for a reply. No one answered. Goldilocks tapped again, this time a little harder. Still there was no reply. Her curiosity soon got the better of her, and Goldilocks couldn't see the harm in turning the door handle and peeping inside just for a moment. But Goldilocks did more than just peep inside. She walked straight in. The cottage was empty, as the bear family had gone out for a short walk while their porridge cooled on the kitchen table. The little girl found herself in the bear's sitting room, where she saw a picture of the family above the fireplace. There was Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and a baby bear. Then the smell of something sweet began to waft through the air. The aroma lured Goldilocks into the kitchen. There she found 3 bowls of porridge set neatly on the table, each with a spoon by its side. A rather large cat lay snoozing on the big chair. She said. I'm quite hungry after my walk. Goldilocks began to wish the family who lived there would return and invite her to share their porridge. But although she looked everywhere, even under the table and in the cupboards, she could find no one. Goldilocks could resist the warm, sweet smell of porridge no longer and made up her mind to taste just 1 spoonful. The porridge was in 3 bowls. A very big bowl for the very big bear, a middle-sized bowl for the middle-sized bear, and a tiny bowl for the tiny bear. Goldilocks picked up the spoon next to the biggest bowl. For some reason, it didn't enter her head that she shouldn't eat someone else's breakfast, and that the family who lived there could return at any moment. This porridge is too hot, she gasped, so Goldilocks moved to the middle-sized bowl. This porridge is too cold. Then Goldilocks moved to the 3rd bowl, the very small one, and started to eat. This porridge is just right, she said, and she ate it all up without thinking. When Goldilocks had finished the porridge, she returned to the sitting room and noticed 3 chairs. One was a very big chair, and she climbed on it and sat down. Oh dear, how hard it was! She was sure she could not sit there for long. So she climbed on the next, which was the middle-sized chair, but that was too soft for her liking. Finally, Goldilocks tried the small chair, and that one suited her just fine. But if truth be told, Goldilocks was a bit too big for this chair, and the longer she sat there, the more the seat started to sink. Then it sank some more. Then all of a sudden the seat went pop and fell out beneath her. Goldilocks had broken Baby Bear's chair. The little girl pulled herself up and out of the broken chair, wondering what she should do next. She noticed a staircase, which sparked her curiosity once more. Up the stairs Goldilocks went, tiptoeing step by step. At the top of the stairs was a big yellow bedroom, and it was the funniest looking bedroom she had ever seen. Against the far wall stood 3 well-made beds all in a row. In the middle was the very big bed, with a blue frame and a blue quilt. On one side of it was a middle-sized bed, with a pink frame and a pink quilt, and on the other side was a very small bed with an orange frame and a very cozy looking yellow and blue quilt. Now, having eaten all of Baby Bear's porridge, Goldilocks felt ever so full and soon began to feel rather sleepy. In fact, she became so sleepy that she decided to take a short nap. First, Goldilocks tried the very big bed. This bed was far too hard, she gasped. Then Goldilocks tried the middle-sized bed, but she sank right down into the mattress. This one is far too soft. Then she tried the very small bed. It was just right. She boldly moved the bed close to the window so she could watch the birds in the trees outside. Then Goldilocks climbed on the bed. She laid her head on Baby Bear's perfectly soft pillow, and she snuggled under Baby Bear's perfectly soft blanket. She even cuddled one of Baby's favorite teddy bears. Baby Bear's bed was very comfy, and within minutes Goldilocks fell into a deep sleep. So deep, in fact, that she didn't hear the bears come home. As the bear family walked up the path to their house, refreshed from their morning walk and quite ready for their porridge, they had no idea what was awaiting them inside. Papa Bear saw the first clue that something wasn't right when he noticed the front door was open. The bears slowly entered their house, not knowing quite what to expect. The bears couldn't believe it. How cross Papa Bear was when he saw his spoon had been used and tossed to one side. "Someone's been eating my porridge," shouted Papa Bear ever so loudly. "And someone's been eating my porridge," shouted Mama Bear, not quite so loudly. Then it was Baby Bear's turn. "Someone's been eating my porridge and they've eaten it all up," he cried as tiny tears dribbled down his furry cheeks. The bears wandered around the house looking for anything else that might be out of place. Papa Bear was also on the lookout in case the intruder was still there hiding. They just couldn't believe that somebody had been in their home. The cat woke up from his nap, and he could not believe it either. The bears went into the sitting room where the very big Papa Bear bent to sit down in his very big chair. He announced in his very big voice, "Someone's been sitting in my chair." The medium-sized Mama Bear sat in her chair and gasped, "Someone's been sitting in my chair too. The cushions are all out of place and they feel a bit warm." Then the very small Baby Bear squealed, "Oh no, someone's been sitting in my chair and they've broken it. My chair is nothing but a pile of wooden sticks." Poor Baby Bear was quite angry that his chair had been broken. In fact, all the bears were starting to get cross, and the more they saw, the crosser they got. The bears began to wonder if the mysterious and very bold intruder might be upstairs. There was definitely no one downstairs, so they clambered up to the bedroom. As soon as Papa Bear looked around the bedroom, he noticed his bed. Papa Bear cried out in his usual deep, gruff voice, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed." "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," gasped Mama Bear. Once again, it was Baby Bear's turn. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," he cried, "and she's still there." At the sound of Papa Bear's shouting, Mama Bear's gasping, and Baby Bear's crying, Goldilocks finally woke up. What a fright she had too, when this mischievous little girl opened her eyes to see the three bears standing over her. Goldilocks let out a high-pitched scream, leaped out of the bed and ran down the stairs and out of the house as fast as she could. Goldilocks ran and ran, worried that the bears were close behind her. Eventually she made it home, and of course the bear family hadn't chased her at all, as they had been rather startled by the little girl with the curly locks sleeping in their bedroom. Back at home, Goldilocks told her mother about her adventure. By the time she had finished telling the story, Goldilocks realized how wrong she had been to enter the bear's house. Her mother made her promise that she would never do such a thing again. This was one little girl who had learned her lesson. Never again would she help herself to the things that didn't belong to her.